Power shifts are rarely clean, and when ambition meets desperation, things get bloody. 2 Samuel 4 reads like a political thriller: betrayal, assassination, and a dangerous misunderstanding of justice. Ish-Bosheth, the last son of Saul, thought he was safe, but his own men decided otherwise. They didn't just kill him, they proudly brought his severed head to David, expecting a reward. But here's the twist: David didn't celebrate. Instead, he saw right through their twisted logic and executed them on the spot. That moment holds a deeper lesson: not all shortcuts lead to success, and taking justice into your own hands can cost you everything. But what does this mean for us today? Let's dive into the chapter and unpack the powerful truths hidden in this dramatic story. When Ish-Bosheth, son of Saul, heard that Abner had died in Hebron, he lost courage, and all Israel became alarmed. Now Saul's son had two men who were leaders of raiding bands. One was named Baanah and the other Recab. They were sons of Rimmon the Beerothite from the tribe of Benjamin. Beeroth is considered part of Benjamin, because the people of Beeroth fled to Gittaim and have resided there as foreigners to this day. Jonathan, son of Saul, had a son who was lame in both feet. He was 5 years old when the news about Saul and Jonathan came from Jezreel. His nurse picked him up and fled, but as she hurried to leave, he fell and became disabled. His name was Mephibosheth. Now Recab and Baanah, the sons of Rimmon the Beerothite, set out for the house of Ish-Bosheth, and they arrived there in the heat of the day while he was taking his noonday rest. They went into the inner part of the house as if to get some wheat, and they stabbed him in the stomach. Then Recab and his brother Baanah slipped away. They had gone into the house while he was lying on the bed in his bedroom. After they stabbed and killed him, they cut off his head. Taking it with them, they traveled all night by way of the Arabah. They brought the head of Ish-Bosheth to David at Hebron and said to the king, "Here is the head of Ish-Bosheth, son of Saul, your enemy, who tried to kill you. This day the Lord has avenged my lord the king against Saul and his offspring." David answered Recab and his brother Baanah, the sons of Rimmon the Beerothite, "As surely as the Lord lives, who has delivered me out of every trouble, when someone told me, 'Saul is dead,' and thought he was bringing good news, I seized him and put him to death in Ziklag. That was the reward I gave him for his news. How much more, when wicked men have killed an innocent man in his own house and on his own bed, should I not now demand his blood from your hand and rid the earth of you?" So David gave an order to his men, and they killed them. They cut off their hands and feet and hung the bodies by the pool in Hebron. But they took the head of Ish-Bosheth and buried it in Abner's tomb at Hebron. Let's say a quick prayer to thank the Lord for his mercy. Lord, thank you for opening my eyes through this study. It's easy to rush ahead, to want justice on my terms, but today, I'm reminded that your way is always better. Help me trust your timing, even when it's hard. Keep me from acting out of fear, frustration, or pride. Give me wisdom to know when to step back and let you work. I don't want to be like Recab and Baanah, mistaking impatience for righteousness. Teach me to wait, to listen, and to follow your lead. When I'm tempted to take matters into my own hands, remind me that you see it all, and your justice is perfect. Let my actions reflect faith, not control. Most of all, Lord, shape my heart to be like David's, not seeking revenge, but upholding what's right. Help me trust that no injustice goes unseen by you. Thank you for your wisdom, your timing, and your faithfulness. I surrender it all to you. Amen. So, what do you do when you see injustice? Do you trust God's timing, or do you try to fix things yourself? Recab and Baanah thought they were helping, but their impatience cost them everything. How often do people today fall into the same trap, rushing decisions, cutting corners, or attacking others in the name of righteousness? Maybe it's time to step back and ask, am I acting out of faith, or out of fear? Real justice isn't about impulsive actions, it's about trusting God to handle what we can't. David's response teaches us something crucial. Just because an opportunity presents itself doesn't mean it's from God. How many people justify bad choices because they think the end goal is good? But shortcuts to success often lead to disaster. Maybe you've been tempted to manipulate a situation, force an outcome, or take revenge. Pause. Read 2 Samuel 4 again and ask yourself, am I moving ahead of God? If David, the rightful king, refused to take matters into his own hands, shouldn't we do the same? Now, I want to hear from you. Have you ever struggled with waiting on God's justice? Drop a comment and let's talk about it. And if this lesson opened your eyes, don't stop here. Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss what's next. There's so much more to learn, and trust me, you don't want to miss it. And, as always, don't forget to check the last video and learn more about the scriptures.